good morning. Today we will be talking about purchase order creation wizard in Fax ERP. My colleague Satar will take you through the exact screenshots and he will explain you what exactly we have done and how we have mapped a requirement. Let me tell you about the importance of this module. This module is one of the very important modules in Fax ERP because our clients, whether they are in a trading company or in a manufacturing company, our raw material planning is very, very important. So this purchase order creation wizard is targeted for trading companies for buying their trade stock. Yeah? So when we consider the trade stock, normally there are some wrong presumptions, like wrong belief. Like when you go to a company, and you see a huge warehouse where a lot of things are stocked. What is your perception about that company? Is that company is huge? It's a big company, big operation?
No, they are not properly managing the inventory.
Exactly right. They are not properly managing the inventory. See, there can be stockist. But the ideal situation is very minimal inventory. It is our wrong belief that we have to buy a lot of things and stock in our warehouse so that we can do the trading. No, that's a wrong symptom. Because when we have massive inventory, we have a lot of things to consider. Because when we are holding inventory, we have a holding cost.
Yes.
Like a huge capital is invested, huge money is invested in buying this material and keeping in the warehouse. So we have our interest cost. Instead of buying the stock, paying this much of money, if you are putting it in a bank account, it will make a normal interest, it will make a revenue for that. Now by buying this, the additional cost now increase holding cost. Like we need to have a big warehouse and now pilferage will happen, we have to keep a security guard there. Yeah? So somebody will steal. This is one heavy risk. Then depreciation or the damage, like if you are buying something, damage will happen. Somebody food item near expiry is having challenge, it can get expired and it can get obsolete. There is a high possibility that the price can go up also, but that is like a gambling,
Correct.
It's a gambling. Sometimes it may go up, maybe you will gain out of it. Yeah. So ideal inventory means very minimal inventory. So now what is inventory? We need to have a graph of the cumulative purchase. Cumulative purchase means if we are putting a graph like this, where we have quantity here or the cost of procurement here, and this is timeline. Okay, now we need to have a cumulative purchase. Cumulative purchase means we have this much of purchase, inward. And I would say purchase, it is inflow. Inventory inflow. This is the inventory inflow. Then again after we bought another container, this is another inflow, this is another inflow, this is another inflow. Like that, we have a cumulative inflow. This graph will never come down because it is cumulative. This will never come down, this is cumulative. Now I have cumulative sales or cumulative outflow. So I have bought this, initially the sale will be very less, there is no sale, yeah, gradually it increased and it will go something like this. There can never be something like this because you cannot sell something which you don't have. If you can sell something which you don't have, this can be considered like loss of sales, like it's a loss of opportunity. There was demand which you couldn't sell because you don't have the inventory. Or your business line need to be changed from a stockist perception to an agency perception. See, in agency business, they are not keeping any inventory. They are going to buy it when customer needs it. So it is less risk. But naturally, when you are taking less risk, your profitability also may affected for that. So what exactly is the inventory? This gap is the inventory. Correct? Yes. What is the gap? What is the difference between the cumulative purchase and cumulative sales? That gap is the
actual
Inventory. So now the optimal inventory means optimal inventory will be always at par with the cumulative purchase. So the gap is less. So ideal situation is very minimal inventory. Yeah. So when people are buying an expensive ERP like ours, our system should be able to forecast the demand. So demand forecasting is very basic economical, or it's in there in economics, it can be there in statistics. Demand forecasting is a basic progression analysis. There is regression analysis, there is progression analysis. You know, we have to come up with a formula of the normal progression. Basically, end of the day, we are talking about lines. So lines, this is cumulative purchase line. There is cumulative sales line. Formula for line is equal to, we studied in grade 6, y is equal to mx plus c. This is the formula of a line. So in this aspect, if we construct a graph for the cumulative purchase based on the historical data, you can find some extension of the graph based on what you are seeing now. Correct?
Yeah, based on the history.
Or we apply y is equal to mx plus c formula, so we can predict what is going to happen. So this prediction, programmatically, we have incorporated in our purchase order creation wizard. Purchase order creation wizard can be also termed as demand forecasting. Yeah. Naturally, there are a lot of external forces can affect the demand forecasting, but internally, based on our historical data, for sure we can predict the demand forecasting. Seasonal fluctuation also has been taken care of. So there are a lot of things we have done already incorporated in this. So the objective of this particular module is to have optimal inventory. Optimal inventory means very less inventory, but we have to do
Sales without losing any sales.
without losing any sales. We have to have inventory. Yeah. So there are a lot of things which you need to familiarize. These all are industry standard terms, which is called lead time. And there is a complex calculation for economic ordering quantity, and the formula for the line y is equal to mx plus c for the prediction of the quantity required for the next time period. Yeah? So this is what exactly this module is offering. Internal programming is almost done, and whatever is the input parameter necessary for doing these calculations are already programmed. So you can, this wizard is end of the day, it is made for procurement guys to see that, and this is a very nice module which you should see in detail. Satara will show you in detail with the screenshots. Thank you very much. Enjoy the time.
Hi all, today let's discuss about purchase order creation wizard in Fax ERP. To open purchase order creation wizard, please go to transactions, then purchase module. We have stock reorder wizard for inventory replenishment. Please select that. This is the stock reorder wizard for in the Fax ERP. This is the stock reorder wizard for the inventory replenishment. We can see the stock selection and the basic selection in the upper side and the result side in the lower side. So basically we have an option to select the stock codes from here. Suppose if we are particularly selecting few stock codes from here, we can select from this list. We can tick the respective stock, and we have provision to search here in this window. And moreover that we have option to select a particular group from this stock grouping based on the group or brand. Now I'm selecting based on the brand. I'm selecting brand arrow. After that we can see the location for how much quantity you are buying, and those details we have to set here, and the balance quantity or location is filter for which location we are going to order, and whichever the location we have to consider, that we have to select from here. So now I'm selecting all the locations, and we have to select the stock balance. Now in this wizard we are considering stock balance as on the date. Suppose if you want to change the date, we can select change from here. And next, forecast sales quantity. From here, actually we are going to order based on the last sales that we have during this period from and to date. Suppose instead of that, we have an option to select the during last month, so system will automatically select last this many months from today's date. Suppose I'm going to select from 2019 May 1st onwards to till date, till 31st of January last. And the next option is forecast quantity for this many months. Here we have to enter for how many months we are going to order. Suppose if we are forecasting for 3 months, then we have to enter 3 4 like that. Suppose I'm forecasting for 4 months, I'm entering 4 here. And expected sale variation, system will automatically calculate the low season quantity, peak season quantity, and average quantity from the previous transaction during this from and to date period. And if suppose if we want to add more variation, like system is calculating one quantity, we can enter the variation over here. Suppose I'm entering 20 variants. And we have already selected the period to select period of sales transactions, and instead of, and basically it will load sales orders only, is as per client request. Suppose if we want to select only documents, here you can see sales orders documents and sales invoice documents including sales return. Suppose if you want to see the report based on few documents only, that option also we have here. And like that, we have customer selection also available. Suppose we are going to order for only a particular customer, that also we can select here. And we have quantity type. Here we have average sales quantity, low sales quantity, peak sales quantity. As we know, we have peak season, low season during this financial year. We have to suppose if we are going to consider the quantity of the low season, we can select low season sales quantity. Based on that, system will calculate the rest, how much we have to order like that. And average sales quantity, peak season quantity. The low sales and peak season, we have a master for setting that. We have financial month season master. Here you can see this is a master. You can see the 12 months over here. For the peak season, we can tick, and the this is low season, we can remove the tick from this master. Based on this master, it is loading the data. Now I'm selecting based on low sales quantity, and and the next we have from which supplier what unit price. We have an option to select the desired supplier in the stock master. Suppose if you are going to order from the same supplier, we can select supplier mention the stock master. Otherwise we can mention over here. So I'm selecting supplier mention the stock master. Now the next section is what unit price. From here we have to select the supplier price, based on which price we have to order. We have a master for setting that. Inventory master is inventory. We have supplier price list. We can see all the supplier price list created in this document here. So, in this supplier price list, you can see item and item description, location, all we have, and P or rate. We have a column P or rate. From this column, system will pick the P or rate if the date is in between this period. That we have price from last price from the mentioned supplier. That is the option we have. These two options are not used for this customer for this client. Now the apply this filters below grid, show items with balanced quantity. If it is below reorder, then only we have to show like that. We can set it up. We have, if you give this tick, it will show only items having the stock balance below reorder level 0 or minimum quantity that we are setting in the master stock master. And we have supplier suppress. We have an option suppress items with no transaction. If you want to suppress, that also we can give. And these columns, these are the basic columns showing in the grid. If you want to suppress any columns, we can select these, select and untick, tick and untick based on the requirement. And this is a option, this is a button to refresh the data based on the parameters we have selected over here. Now I'm clicking on the refresh. So you can see it is loaded. Item code, description, unit, quantity. Here we have to enter the quantity that we are going to order, and we have stock balance and PO quantity, ASN quantity, SO quantity, available quantity. That all we have. Available means the actual stock balance. Then actual balance. Then we have month-wise breakup during this period based on the monthly breakup of the sales quantity. We have January, we have 758 quantity, 52 quantity during the month May, and June, July, like that. It will system will automatically calculate, and we can see the, and there's one and also we have total sales during the period 4052. These all are showing item wise based on the selection from here. Next one is we have highest sales quantity. It will select the highest quantity from this 12 months 912, and we have threshold sales quantity. This means actually this is the as per customer requirement. We have this is sales quantity percentage using PO wizard condition column with month wise breakup. Actually now threshold sales quantity, it is basically we have 12 months data over here. We don't want to consider all months, means we are actually this is calculating based on highest quantity into 20 percentage. Based on that we have to set in the company parameters 20. If it is now we have average sales is calculating means of if the quantity is greater than this threshold quantity. Suppose this 52, it won't consider because it is less during that month. It is less than threshold sales quantity, then it won't consider to calculate average sales quantity or loss average sales quantity, peak average quantity. It will consider only the quantity if it is greater than sales quantity. And this is how we are calculating the average sales quantity, low average quantity, peak average quantity that we have calculated. Now this 2.61, it will pick from the supplier price list. Now quotation quantity, our sales quotation quantity, how much pending quotation we have, and required per month. Required per month, basically we have selected low season quantity, and we have a variance of 20 here, 20 percentage. Requirement per. Now the next column is requirement per month. We have already selected the quantity type as low season quantity, low sales quantity, low season sales quantity, and expected sales percentage as sales variation percentage, and expected sales variation percentage 20 percentage. So system will automatically calculate low average quantity plus 20 percentage. That means 486. That is the requirement per month, and we have that is the required quantity per month. We are going to order for 4 months actually, and we have 486 requirement per month, required quantity per month, and we have an actual PO ASN stock balance, means PO quantity plus ASN quantity plus stock balance 2432 quantity we have. Now if you multiply 486, that is a required per month, into 4 months, that means it will come almost 1700 it will come. Means we have actually 2432 already available. That means we don't and stock in months stock. That is why it is okay. We have PO ASN stock balance. It is basically PO quantity plus ASN quantity plus actual stock balance that we have. So system will automatically calculate this 486 into, we have given 4 months, into 4 means 1700. So the difference is minus 485. That is the suggested quantity. Actually this is no need to, is less. Actually we have required quantity we have already available in our PO ASN stock balance, so we don't have to order. And we have a stock in months column. This is basically the division of requested per month. We are dividing by 2432 divided by 486 means almost 5 it will come. 5 we have required for 4 months. That means we are getting 5. We have already available for 5 months. Available means we have stock available in order and shipping shipped and actually received status. So we don't need to order it again. And that is why it is showing available in stock. For the next one, we can see over here 3.91. We have to we got required per month 1275 and we have 4991, and the balance sized quantity is 111.40, and stock in months means 1275 divided by 4991, we are getting 3.91. That means it is less than 4, means 0.09, we have to 4.09 percentage, I mean 4.40, we have to, it should be 4. If it is less than 4, we have to order it again. If it is greater than 4, we don't have to order. We have to check whether it is shipped or we got 3.91. That means we have to order. It is less than 4, that means we have to order. That is why we can see for order review reordering plan, it is written like that. Okay, the next column is ship ASN quantity. It is basically ASN quantity plus actual available stock, and we have stock in months. It is calculating like our stock in months that we have calculated in the PO quantity calculation area. It is getting by dividing the ship ASN stock quantity divided by required per month column. So we will get the value over here 5 4 something like 5 4 like that. If it is greater than 4 means we don't have to order it again, we have already that stock available. If it is less than 4, we have to convert the POs to our ASN. We have to request the supplier to send the goods immediately, like that is why it's showing move for shipment. That is a 2 status here. If it is greater than 4, it will show available in stock. If it is less than 4, it will show move for shipment. Based it always it is these status, ship status and status is showing based on the forecast quantity months we are entered. Now once we identify the quantity, we have to enter the PO quantity, how much they are going to order, and price automatically will come here. If you click over here, the price will come over here. You have to enter the quantity, how much. It's like a report how much they are ordering, that they can enter here manually, and once it is done, they can select the line, and if they post, it will show a window over here. They have to enter the any narration is there, they have to enter the narration and click OK. System will automatically create the purchase order in this document. That's all in the purchase order creation wizard. Thank you.